Okay, so today we're diving into something that I think a lot of us can relate to: customer feedback overload. You know that feeling, right? Like
Yeah.
you're drowning in a sea of comments, suggestions, complaints.
It's a real challenge for businesses today, especially with so much data coming from so many different channels.
Exactly. And it's not just about the volume, it's about making sense of it all, turning that raw feedback into something useful.
Absolutely. That's where things get tricky.
So we've been digging into how some companies are using AI to go from like weeks of analysis work to actionable insights in just a click. Sounds crazy, right?
It does sound a bit like science fiction, but
It's
it's becoming more and more common.
And to be fair, we're not just talking about like some magical AI that can solve all your problems overnight. It's more nuanced than that.
Right. It's about using technology strategically to streamline certain processes and free up human teams to focus on what they do best.
Exactly. So let's get into it. Let's say you're getting, 3,000 support tickets every month. Each one needs to be read, tagged, analyzed. That's over 2 weeks of full-time work, JST on tagging, according to our sources. That's insane.
And that's just one example. Think about all the other sources of customer feedback: social media reviews, survey responses. It's a lot to keep up with.
It's overwhelming. No wonder so many businesses struggle to stay on top of it all. So this is where AI tools like ClientZen, that's ClientZen, come in. They claim to be able to reduce tagging time by up to 95%. Now that's a bold claim, right? So we dug into the tech and some real-world case studies to see if it lives up to the hype. To be fair, ClientZen is just one example of a platform using machine learning to categorize customer feedback.
And the technology is advancing rapidly. While it's not a magic bullet, AI can certainly handle repetitive tasks like tagging with increasing accuracy. The key is understanding its limitations and using it strategically.
Okay, so less time tagging tickets, great. But what about the impact? The proof is in the pudding, right?
Well, we have some compelling examples in our sources. Planable, a project management software company, found that by using AI to handle the initial sorting of feedback, their team saved 15–20% of their time each week. That's time they could then dedicate to product development, improving features, you name it.
Okay, now that's what I call a win-win. Freeing up valuable time for the team while keeping those customers happy.
Absolutely. And Planable isn't alone. PrestaShop, an e-commerce platform, uses ClientZen to manage over 150,000 feedback entries a year. Think about that for a second. 150,000. They were able to reduce customer churn and improve retention.
So it's not just theory. These companies are seeing real results. But let's dig a little deeper here. We've talked about tagging, but what about all the other things that eat up time? Performance reviews, strategic meetings, it never ends.
That's where real-time insights come in. Imagine getting alerts about shifts in customer sentiment as they happen, rather than waiting for a weekly meeting to discuss trends. This allows for proactive problem solving, and it prevents minor issues from snowballing. Instead of playing catch-up, you're one step ahead, addressing issues before they even hit your radar.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, being proactive instead of reactive.
Yeah.
But how does AI actually do this? Can you give us a peek behind the curtain?
Okay, so think of it like this. AI can connect the dots between thousands of customer comments to pinpoint emerging trends.
Okay.
It can analyze the language used, the topics mentioned, even the emotions expressed to understand what's driving customer satisfaction or frustration.
So it's not just about what customers are saying, but how they're saying it.
Exactly. Sentiment analysis is a big part of it. AI can tell whether a customer is feeling positive, negative, or neutral based on their words and tone. This is incredibly valuable for businesses because it allows them to go beyond simple metrics like star ratings and really understand the nuances of customer feedback.
That makes sense. A 3-star review with a detailed explanation of what went wrong can be more valuable than a 5-star review with no context.
Right. It's about getting the full picture. And the beauty of AI is that it can analyze massive amounts of data in real time, something that would be impossible for a human team to do.
So we're talking about a level of speed and efficiency that can be a real game changer for businesses, especially in today's fast-paced world. But let's not forget about the human element here.
Absolutely not. AI is a powerful tool, but it's not a replacement for human judgment and empathy.
It seems like the real magic happens when you combine the strengths of both.
Precisely.
Yeah.
AI can handle the heavy lifting of data analysis, but it's up to humans to interpret the insights, make strategic decisions, and ultimately use that information to build stronger customer relationships.
So it's not an either situation, but rather a both-hand approach.
Exactly. And this is where the skills and expertise of your team come into play. AI can surface the what, for example. Customers are complaining about the new checkout process, but it's up to your team to figure out the why and the so what.
I see what you mean. The why could be anything from a confusing user interface to a slow loading time. And the so what is where the strategic thinking comes in. How do we address this issue? What actions can we take to improve the customer experience?
That's right. It's about connecting the dots between data insights and business decisions. And this is where AI can be incredibly empowering for teams because it gives them the information they need to make informed choices and take swift action.
So instead of spending weeks or even months sifting through data, trying to identify trends and patterns, AI can do the heavy lifting, allowing teams to focus on what they do best, solving problems and innovating.
And this has implications that go far beyond just customer service. AI-powered feedback analysis can inform product development, marketing campaigns, even overall business strategy.
It's about breaking down the silos between departments and creating a more holistic view of the customer journey, right?
Absolutely. Imagine a product team getting real-time feedback on a new feature during the development phase. They can identify and address usability issues before the product even launches. Or think about a marketing team that can instantly see how their latest campaign is resonating with their target audience and adjust their messaging accordingly.
It's about agility and responsiveness, being able to adapt quickly to changing customer needs and expectations.
And as AI technology continues to evolve, we can expect even more sophisticated and nuanced analysis in the future.
So we're just scratching the surface of what's possible with AI-powered customer feedback analysis. What's next? Where do you see this technology heading in the coming years? It's like having a crystal ball, but instead of predicting the future, it's helping you shape it by understanding your customers' needs and desires in real time.
Exactly. And as AI models become more sophisticated, they'll be able to uncover even deeper insights. Imagine being able to predict customer churn with a high degree of accuracy or identifying emerging trends before they even become apparent to human analysts.
Now, that's what I call staying ahead of the curve, but this also requires businesses to adapt their strategies and processes, right?
Absolutely. It's not enough to simply have access to this data. You need to be able to act on it quickly and effectively. This means breaking down silos between departments, fostering collaboration, and empowering teams to make data-driven decisions.
It's about creating a culture of customer centricity where every decision is made with the customer in mind.
Precisely. And that's where the real power of AI lies. It's not just about automating tasks, it's about transforming the way we do business and building stronger relationships with our customers.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI-powered customer feedback analysis, what's the key takeaway for our listeners?
Well, I think the key takeaway here is that customer feedback doesn't have to be a burden. With the right tools and strategies, you can turn it into a goldmine of insights that can help you improve your products, your services, and ultimately your bottom line.
It's about listening to your customers, understanding their needs, and using that knowledge to create amazing experiences that keep them coming back for more. And on that note, we'll leave you with this thought. As AI takes on more of the heavy lifting and data analysis, how can businesses leverage the uniquely human skills of creativity, empathy, and intuition to build even deeper connections with their customers? Something to ponder until next time.